Hey guys, what's happening? It is time for live reaction to Fate Stay Night. Figured I might as well, since we only have a few episodes left. Might as well ride the wave, right? You might call it milking, but okay. Anyway, let's just get right into this because I don't really have much to say here. So, oh, I do have one thing to say. I always have one thing to say, right? Um, I did see the visual novel version of what happened in last week's episode, and I can't believe Ufotable decided to skip that. But I mean, I guess I understand for TV, but whatever. Apparently there was one with Rin and Saber, or not Rin, Shiro and Saber, and I read that one too, which was interesting. So anyway, that's it. Let's get into this shit. Wait, how much time do we have?
今更だけど調子はどう？
大丈夫だ。正直、
聖剣を使った時点でセイバーはこの世から消滅する。
そんな、どうして？
当然でしょ。二人分の魔力を掛け持ちしてるんだから。
Yeah, that makes
じゃあ
sense.
セイバーは切り札を封じたままあいつの足止めをするのか。
シロ、私が決めたことです。仕方がないでしょう。この方法が確実なんだから。セイバーは私のサーバントよ。無駄死になんてさせるもんですか。
The fuck? Did we like skip ahead like really quickly? Oh yeah, he's probably gonna come back in this episode. Can't wait. He was really sick in his one appearance.
他に核として繋げられてるはずなんだけど。
あそこじゃないか。
I always wondered what his point was going to be in the story.
今回の聖杯は人体を利用して動いているようね。けどこのままだと器が合わないために壊れてしまう。そうなったら聖杯も何もない。聖杯によって開けられた穴からあの得体の知れない泥が溢れ出るだけ。
だったらシンジを早く引きずり出さないと。
そのままで行く気？その泥はもう受肉した呪いなのよ。
やってみなくちゃわからないだろう。急がないと。セイバーだってあいつと戦っているんだ。ここでためらっている暇は。
これは驚いた。
There it is.
見たびもその不出来な顔を見るとはな。雑種。
Zashu.
ギルガメッシュ。嘘。ならセイバーは誰と？
Yep. Yep. Finally.
よくぞ間に合ってくれた、セイバ
アサジン。バカな。キャスターが消えた今、あなたがとどまっているはずがない。
ー。私は地と特殊でな、この土地をより代にして呼ばれたまがいもののサーバントだ。
Mm-hmm.
故に、私はこの三門にのみ出現する門番となった。もっとも、女狐がなき今、夜明けまで持たぬ身だ。ここまで持ちこたえたことこそ行幸と言えよう。
セイバーともども天運に見放されたな。三門には消え損ないの。殺される程度の覚悟で俺に問いを投げるとはな。恐ろしく人間に優しい世界になったものよ。だがそれが答えだ、娘。うぞうむぞうの無駄がばっこする今の時代は あまりにひどすぎる。
なんだって。
以前の俺の世には無駄なものなどなかった。奴隷であろうと役割はあり、何者であろうと意味はあった。だが今の世はどうだ。役割も価値も席が埋まっている。お前たちも本当はこう思っているのだろう。自分たちはどうやら数を増やしすぎたとな。そんな雑種どもを俺が手ずから間引いてやろうというのだ。10年前は500人足らずだ。だが俺の前から去ることを誰が許した。
どうする？シンジを頼む。
任せて。
Alright, here we go.
遠坂に手を出すな。お前の相手は俺がする。
セイバーを迎える前の余興だったが、
空の存在なのだ。
架空の英霊。
そう、佐々木小次郎というから、
Huh.
それを被るに最も適した剣士が私というだけだ。
It's kind of cool.
私に7度ない。私はただ記録にある佐々木小次郎の秘剣を披露できる、その一点で呼び出された亡霊に過ぎない。そら意味など初めからないだろう。無である私にとってあらゆることは無意味だ。だがその私にも唯一意味があるとすれば、それは今だ。無名のまま死んでいった私にもし望みがあったとしたら。
朝日。
He's gonna do like that slash thing. The equivalent of the Noble Phantasm. That thing was so cool.
気持ち悪いにも程があるってのよ。もう
部をわきまえろ雑種。せっかくの宴が台無しになろう。そろそろ頃合いか。
Oh. Don't stop. Is it time for Unlimited Blade Works?
それでこそ余興も映えるというもの。ふん。
I want to see him in his king's armor. I don't understand why he's not using it, unless he can't. Shinji.
さっさとこんなところとはおさらばよ。何よ、出来損ないの核でも手放したくないってわけ？そりゃ心臓取られちゃ暴れるわよね。飛び降りるわよ、シンジ。
She just crashed into the ground, or to the water. Like, really?
王というのも窮屈であるのは口先だけか。フェイか。お前が倒せ。
あの野郎、こんなんでどうやって。俺の技量じゃ奴の方が切り払えない。俺にできることはただ一つ。
It's time.
放たれるホームと全く同じものをぶつけて相殺するしかない。だったらとりあえず。
Oh, he's doing that. Okay.
その全てを複製する。オン。
All right.
勝利経験、教官終了。工程完了。戦闘へ退避。
のは多いな。そうか、目に見える俺の宝具を全て複製したわけか。では採点、神事を始末することこそが確実だ。だというのにまだ救おうというその偽善、まさに雑種の具現よな。何？
What the hell's happening?
核を失い、代わりに俺を求めるか。
Is he gonna bring that out? Yep.
父さんか。
That thing is ridiculous.
なんだあれは。読めない。あの武器だけは構造さえ全く読み取れない。
一掃せよ。エア。 加減はしたつもりだったが、これならばアーチャーが残った方が楽しめたぞ、小僧。
Who the fuck is texting me?
今の衝撃は
Okay. Is she gonna use it on him? No. In order to beat that attack, you have to use the Amaka Kara Ryu no Hiramaki to beat it.
危険。ツバメ返し。
Tsubame Gashi. She did. She actually used something similar to the Amaka Kara Ryu no Hiramaki. Okay. Rurouni Kenshin did not lie to me.
行け。美しい小鳥だと思ったのだが、その実、獅子の小鳥だった。女を見る目には自信があったのだが、どちらも修行不足ということか。
Assassin was awesome. Yep, he's dead. The show's over. Gilgamesh wins. Of course not. Alright. Let's go watch the preview. If you don't want to see the preview, skip ahead about a minute or so.
あれは覇者にのみ許された剣だ。
召喚を間違えればサーバントはあそこまで変わるものなのか。でももし間に合わなかったら間に合う方を取って。
行くぞ英雄王。武器の貯蔵は十分か。
Yep. He's finally gonna use Unlimited Blade Works. Alright. So, let's do this quick review here as I plug in my charger. So, when it comes to Shiro versus Gilgamesh so far, I mean, he's getting his ass whooped, as he should. It hasn't been anything spectacular so far. I mean, the whole Trace on thing was okay. But beyond that, the fight's been fine. I mean, okay. Almost kind of boring, as Gilgamesh said. He said, saving Archer would have provided more amusement. Um, but he's going to use Unlimited Blade Works, so something's obviously going to go down, and somehow Gilgamesh is going to lose, even with that amazing ass weapon that he's probably not going to use again. I don't know. Or Shiro's just going to somehow survive it, and just by sheer bullshit. I don't know. Where he's surpassed his limit, but he's still going. I don't know. I don't fucking know, but I mean, Rin obviously saved Shinji, sort of. That was fine. Assassin versus Saber was kind of cool, but it was a bit short. I do think it was kind of funny how I was saying about the Amakakera Ryu no Hirameki from Rurouni Kenshin, and she actually did a slash that was sort of similar to that of the Amakakera Ryu no Hirameki, which was very funny because that's, in not to spoil Rurouni Kenshin if any of you haven't seen it, but there was like that attack that hits on all sides. It's like undodgeable, except that was the technique that was supposed to defeat it. I may have to look back and go back and see if like she had stepped with her not dominant foot. I don't know. I'm not sure, but regardless, there's not much to talk about. There wasn't much progress, but I mean, some of the action was fine, some of it wasn't. I mean, there was a quick skip in there, but that was it. Assassin being back was great, even though he didn't last very long. It's fine as long as I'm glad he at least made an appearance at the end, because even though he wasn't important, they still like allowed him to come back. Whoever wrote the VN, I'm assuming, wrote that in too. So, I mean, that's it. Honestly, there's not much else to talk about. I mean, there was some decent speech from Gilgamesh, but he always has pretty interesting talking. Though it all kind of is the same. It's kind of monotonous, but at the same time, it is kind of interesting. I do think it was an interesting point about what he said about back in his day, even everybody had a significance. Like, even slaves were significant because they helped accomplish like a goal within the kingdom that Gilgamesh ruled, which is sort of like in sociology is like a functionalist perspective. However, in today's society, he argues that there are too many people, that the world is overpopulated, and not everybody fills a significance towards the one goal of running a country, state, county, world, etc. And to be honest, if I really think about it, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's particularly right, but I don't think he's wrong either. Because I do think we're overpopulated to some degree, but I don't really like to talk about population, and I don't really like to talk about that stuff, just because it's very dark and just kind of really forces you to go into a place where it's like very gritty and like I said, dark, and like if you start to discuss that type of shit with your friends, it could really turn into something ugly, especially if somebody disagrees with the viewpoint. But I do think it was interesting that Gilgamesh brought it up, and the fact that what he argues is not invalid. I wouldn't say it's entirely valid, but I wouldn't say it's invalid either. So I do like that. So that's it. This episode, it was good. I would say it was a good episode. Was it over the top awesome? No. I mean, either next episode or I think there's either one or two more episodes left. I'm not sure which is the answer, but I mean, I hope the ending is good because I really enjoyed Fate Stay Night. It was like really good up until a certain point, and now I feel like it's almost sort of dropping in quality a little bit. If it can't finish strong, it'll really like change my view of the whole thing, because it in the middle, like, it was really strong. So hopefully it finishes well. So thank you all for watching. Please support the other videos that I do, and the videos that Don and Lee and I jointly do, and even the videos that he does by himself occasionally. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.